discovered they're making use of the media very effectively, especially the new media, and we are playing catch-up. So what do we do in this age and time where terrorists have devised more effective means of communicating their messages? So we have to meet them there and fight with them on the platform of the new media. So these are challenges before us today. So before we continue, I don't want to take so much time because we have to be brief here. From there, we move to the next session. I would like to invite two individuals who will be reading the citations of the individuals that we give them the certificates, and before we move to listen to Professor Wilson's lecture. So let me invite Ethan and Jennifer on stage to do the presentation of, read the citations of the individuals. Thank you very much.
Good evening, everybody. How are you? I will be reading the citations with Evan, and we will be honoring a few of our guests here today. The first person is Imam Shamsi Ali. Imam Shamsi Ali is a prominent moderate Muslim scholar known for promoting interfaith dialogues in the United States. Shamsi Ali is among the leading figures in moderate Islam in New York for Muslims and non-Muslims alike. Since his immigration from Indonesia, the largest Muslim nation in the 1990s, as a young man, Ali has made peace and correct interpretation of Islam as a religion of peace his mantra. In both public and private circles, Ali, who later rose to the exalted position of Imam, remains a voice of reason within the Islamic faith. As a director of Jamaica Muslim Center in Jamaica, Queens, New York City, and president and founder of Nusantara Foundation, Imam Ali continues to use his oratorical skills to denounce religious extremism in the world. These efforts earned him the friendship of world leaders, including President Bill Clinton, who wrote the foreword to his latest book, Sons of Abraham, co-authored with the Jewish rabbi Mark Schneier. Under his leadership, Nusantara Foundation, an organization that spearheads intercultural communication, provides opportunities for dialogue and the exchange of ideas, enriching perspectives and promoting tolerance and respect for one another. In the days after September 11, 2001, the city of New York picked him to represent the Muslim community on President George W. Bush's interfaith visit to Ground Zero. Imam Ali believes that the news media has a role to play in minimizing intolerance in society and has used every opportunity to implore journalists to be agents of peace. This is the connection between CMPI and Imam Ali. For this, we are recognizing his good works today. With today's recognition, Imam Ali is expected to join forces with CMPI in advancing conflict resolving media practice around the world. Congratulations.
Good afternoon, everyone. This time around, we will be recognizing the good work of this one will come later on. Sorry for that. As I was saying, we want to recognize good work as color on of people who are involved in making a difference in the world. And at this time, we have Takeshi Otsumi, Dr. Takeshi Otsumi, the chairman of Global System Analysis and Simulation Association in the US. Dr. Takeshi Otsumi is the founder and vice president for technology and coordination of Global University System and chairman of the Global System Analysis and Simulation Association in the US. He is the 1994 laureate of the Lord Perry Award for Excellence in Distance Education. He played a major pioneering role in extending US data communication network to other countries and regulating Japanese telecommunication policies to allow the use of internet for email, triggering the demonopolization and privatization of the Japanese telecommunication industry and beginning the movement emulated in many other countries, so that today there are over 1.7 billion email users around the world. He conducted innovative distance teaching trials with global lecture hall, video conferences using brain delivery technologies which span the globe. He continues to lecture, consult, and do research in process control, management science, system science, and engineering at the University of Michigan, the University of Pennsylvania, MIT, and many other universities, government agencies, and large firms in Japan and other countries. TEC has is fondly called, also initiated the Global Knowledge Center Network, a technical sophisticated computer-based network that combines data from individual disciplines into practical strategies and intervention and process. The program is a unique research and education initiative with broad application, which advances media literacy in different parts of the world, creating plausible tools to understand the future consequences of today's decisions, and promoting problem solving and critical thinking. In terms of education, is a postdoctorate study at Sloan School of Management at Massachusetts Institute of Technology, University of Michigan, Louisiana State University, and a PhD Polytechnic Institute of New Jersey, New York, New York University in Brooklyn, New York, and that was between 1959 and 1964. Master's degree from Montana State University between 1955 and 1958. And University of Nebraska with Bradbury Scholarship between 1944 and 1955. And a bachelor's degree Tokyo Institute of Technology between 1949 and 1954.
It feels like they have to upgrade their resume. The next person we'll be honoring is Mark Holzer, PhD. Mark Holzer is founding dean of the School of Public Affairs and Administration and Board of Governors Distinguished Professor of Public Affairs and Administration at Rutgers University Newark campus. He is a fellow of the National Academy of Public Administration. In 1975, he founded and has since directed the National Center for Public Performance. Dr. Holzer is also the founder and editor-in-chief of journals Public Performance and Management Review and Public Voices, and is the co-founder, co-editor of the Chinese Public Administration Review. With the Alfred P. Sloan Foundation, he has established the Public Performance Measurement and Reporting Network. He has authored or edited more than 50 books and has published well over 200 books, monographs, chapters, and articles. Dr. Holzer has raised over $20 million in external funding. Dr. Holzer is a past president of the American Society for Public Administration, ASPA, and is a recipient of several national and international awards in the field. ASPA Dwight Waldo Award for Outstanding Contributions to the Professional Literature of Public Administration over an Extended Career, 2013. The Distinguished Research Award from the Network of Schools of Public Policy, Affairs and Administration, and the American Society for Public Administration in 2009. The Sweeney Academic Award from the International City Management Association in 2005, ASPA's Charles H. Levine Memorial Award for Demonstrated Excellence in Teaching, Research, and Service to the Community, 2000. and the Donald Stone National ASPA Achievement Award in 1994. The Presidential Leadership Award of the Conference of Minority Public Administrators 2006, and the Network of Schools of Public Policy Affairs and Administration Excellence in Teaching Award 1998. The William and Frederick Mosher Award for Best Article by the Academician appearing in the Public Administration Review 2001, and the Joseph Holy Distinguished Scholarship Award for Best Scholarly Publication in the Performance-Based Governance in the Public Administration Journal 2001. Co-recipient for the PAR and Holy Awards with Patria de Lancer Julnes. At Rutgers, he has received the University Awards for Research 2001, Public Service 2002, and Human Dignity 2004. His international work has been recognized by Senator Peter B. Boerusma Award 2002, the Presidential Citation of the American Society for Public Administration 2003, the Chinese Public Administration Society Award for Excellence 2002. He directs the Memoranda of Understanding between ASPA and the United Nations Division of Public Administration and Public Economics, the Korean Association of Public Administration, the Chinese Public Administration Society, and a European Group on Public Administration. He founded the Northeast Conference on Public Administration and several ASPA sections on Korea, China, and the humanities and arts. He currently chairs the ASPA Endowment.
This time around, we come to honor the work of Ms. Chipaula Silomba. Mrs. Chipaula Silomba is a Zambian-born diplomat and media expert. Is the head of media and public relations at the permanent mission of the Republic of Zambia to the United Nations in New York since 2012. Mrs. Silomba served as vice chairperson of the United Nations Committee on Information between 2012 and 2013, representing the African group. In 2013, Mrs. Silomba was elected rapporteur of the United Nations Committee on Information for a 2-year term. Educated at the London School of Economics and Political Science, Zambia Institute of Diplomacy and International Studies in Lusaka, and the Blaine Hall College of Applied Arts and Commerce. Chipaula practiced journalism in Zambia, working for several independent media organizations before joining diplomatic service. Mrs. Silomba worked as the assistant news editor at Zambia's largest circulating and most influential daily, The Post newspaper. He specialized in investigative journalism and exposed to several scandals and corruption cases in both the public and private sector that led to large-scale state-led investigation and tribunal to investigate culprit. He also covered diplomatic bids, regional and global affairs, the presidency, parliamentary affairs, women and girls empowerment, entertainment, and business. Mrs. Silomba worked on several high-profile assignments, mainly in the Southern African region and East Africa, on politics, business, and sports. He also worked as a Zambian correspondent for the Kenya-headquartered Nation Media Group, writing for the group news outlet that the Daily Nation in Kenya, the Citizen in Tanzania, the Monitor in Uganda, the East African in Kenya, Business Daily in Kenya, Africa Review in Kenya, NTV, and several other print, electronic, and online media. An advocate of press freedom, Ms. Silomba served as Zambia representative of France headquartered Reporters Without Borders. He has also done assignments for the BBC, CNN, Hot German TV, Dutch Welle, Südwestfunk, the German word, West Deutscher Rundfunk, and France 24, among many others.
Next, we will be honoring Dr. Michael Gershowitz, PhD. Dr. Michael Gershowitz had 3 careers as a professor, a government administrator, and a highly successful grant writer. He joined the faculty of Long Island University in Brooklyn, and for 6 of his 13 years there, he was a director of the MPA program. Concurrently, he served as executive director of the New York State Assembly Education Committee, executive director of the New York City Mayor's Blue Ribbon Commission on Youth Services, and a consultant to the New York City Charter Revision Commission. For 20 years, he owned and operated Gershowitz Grant and Evaluation Services in Des Moines, Iowa, which served public and nonprofit organizations across the nation and internationally. In a highly competitive environment, the firm won some 200 major government and foundation grants valued over $100 million. It also evaluated the effectiveness of more than 100 funded projects. He has been active in the American Society for Public Administration, serving 3 terms in the National Council and as president of the New York Metropolitan Iowa chapters. At Rutgers Newark, in addition to teaching courses in public administration, he is director of federal grants for the School of Public Affairs and Administration. He also directs the Writing Center at SPAA. Prior to joining the academia, Professor Gershowitz has had a distinguished career in journalism. From 1965 to 1974, Michael worked as a reporter with Long Island Press, Long Island, New York, one of the largest newspapers in the U.S. at the time, as general assignment reporter and education correspondent. He won an award from the American Political Science Association in 1971 for the Excellence in Public Affairs Reporting, 1963 to 1965. Michael also served as a reporter with the New Jersey-based Patterson News and covered 3 suburban municipalities for the newspaper with a daily circulation of 65,000. With a PhD from New York University in Political Science, 1974, MA, New York University in Government, 1968, BA in City College of New York in Journalism, 1963, and current accomplishments in the academic community and previous exploits in journalism, Michael is without a doubt a perfect blend of theory and practice of scholarship and journalism. For that, CMPI recognizes him today to utilize his talents to advance journalism practice and education that support peace. Michael, congratulations. Next, we will be honoring Ambassador Sayar Dion Condé. Ambassador Sayar Dion Condé is a UNESCO Goodwill Ambassador for Peace. She is also the president of New York State chapter of UNESCO Center for Peace. Under her leadership, African Women for Good Governance pioneered several educational initiatives for many African women in the United States in a wide range of areas, including healthy living strategies, economic empowerment, sexuality and reproductive health, youth enrichment, cultural education, and exchange programs. Ms. Condon, who holds a bachelor's degree in social sciences and master's degree in business and administration from Gamal Abdel Nasser University, Conakry, Guinea, is an unflinching advocate of social justice and women's rights. In one of her many public speeches, Ambassador Condon reiterated her commitment to programs that will make the culture of peace a component of every day through education, science, culture, and communication. In her capacity as the Director of Public Affairs of the Universal Peace Federation, Ambassador Condé continues to utilize her extensive contact with the diplomatic community to work for a peaceful coexistence of the human family. As the founder of the African Day Parade in New York, Condé, originally from Guinea in West Africa, is an important voice among African immigrants in the United States. Ambassador Condé is a member of many associations in both community and international levels. She is a member of Africana Women Working Group at the UN, Commission on Status of Women, African Women Organization, U.S. National Committee for UN Women, African Day Parade and African Diaspora Women for Obama. She has been honored with numerous leadership awards, and CMPI Fellows Award joins the litany of awards under her cape. Due to the centrality of women in peace building in the world, Ambassador Condé will be an important voice for CMPI in the effort to communicate peaceful solutions to global challenges.
We're going to acknowledge the good work of Imam Suleiman Konate. Imam Suleiman Konate is the head of the Masjid Al-Aqsa Mosque in Harlem for over a decade. He is also General Secretary of the Council of African Imams and the Vice President of Harlem Islamic Leadership. Deeply involved in building bridges across cultures, Konate leads the efforts to promote interfaith dialogue between Muslims and non-Muslims. Imam Konate has been profiled by many news organizations, including the New York Times, NPR, and the Daily News, especially for its moderate voice of reason in the post September 11. Imam.
I think there's a lot of Ukrainian words in this next one, so forgive me for my pronunciation. Mr. Alexander Ashtako. Alexander Ashtako is editor-in-chief of Context Pride Marie news agency, one of the few independent voices in Ukraine. Context Pride Marie news organization provides daily and prompt summary of news in politics, business, and economics in the southern region of Ukraine. The agency makes conscious effort to fully reflect current Ukrainian political life, events, meetings, conflicts, statements, expert evaluations, while providing context in the analysis of economic and political events in the region. The agency publishes in both Russian and English languages. Through his leadership, Alexander has successfully carved a niche for himself, and indeed the news agency, which remains an important news source for many news organizations in Ukraine. The recent political impasse between Ukraine and Russia tested Alexander's journalism skills along with tens of his staff. Addressing an audience of a journalism conference at the United Nations recently, Dr. Astako said, Imagine that a purely informational war and its occurrence can cause real wars. And the ongoing war between Ukraine and Russia is a unique example of the war originally created in the media. Prior to establishing context proprietary, Alexander worked with several news organizations, including Vechurny Garad, Zatata Odesky, newspapers in Odessa. Alexander, who holds a degree in Russian philosophy and literature from Odessa National University, also worked in Interfax Ukraine as special correspondent. Interfax provides about 100 specialized information services, supply weekly and daily intelligence reports with industry analysis, business information, real-time news, market data and ratings, and credit reports. Before he served as news editor for Context Media News Agency based in Moldavia Republic. In addition to projecting independent journalism in a region that is not popular with free speech, Alexander continues to provide journalism education to many Ukrainian citizens challenged by an education system that forces more on theory than practice. Alexander, who has received several honors in Ukraine, is today being honored by CMPI for his courage, professionalism, and pursuit of public good.
Under 3 years, the company now has 800 individual clients and over 38 corporate clients around the world, with increased earning capacity of over 40% in one financial year. MJ Zenith has been a leading organization providing financial literacy to mostly minority population in the United States. Joseph Onunwa is also the task center manager of Prometric Inc., where he is responsible for effective task management, staffing schedule, performance reviews, and providing training needs. Under his leadership, the center witnessed an increase in technology application for test administration and services towards specified performance, quality, and candidate service goals. This day, CMPI is proud to acknowledge Anthony Nunua's immense support to education and economic empowerment of American and especially African in diaspora.
Thank you so much for the rapt attention. Actually, I'm sure. Okay, she just came in. Aaron, you're late. Just you have your seat.
Sorry, just coming from work.
So we'll just take her citation, then we get some comments from the recipients. Thereafter, we'll just take a group picture of all of you. Then we'll move to the next section. So can you come and read Aaron's citation, please?
This time around, we'd love to honor Haro Hamedi. Haro Hamedi is a trained print and online journalist covering African communities and African immigrant issues. She works with New York City Independent Budget Office and the communication team focusing on social media. Prior to work with the Budget Office, she worked at the United Nations as the social media editor of Africa section and Africa Renewal magazine in the strategic communication division of the Department of Public Information. She focused on cultivating and growing social media platforms and improving user engagement. Ms. Hamedi wrote articles for Africa Renewal magazine. She wrote press releases, organized outreach events, and served as a media liaison, engaging and developing relationships with journalists and media outlets interested in reporting on Africa-related topics happening at the United Nations. Mrs. Hamedi received a master's degree in journalism from Indiana University in 2007 and a BA in political science, international relations, and communication in 2006 from Indiana University of Indianapolis. Mrs. Hamedi.
Some of you who may want to come up here to speak, fine, or you want to sit down, we have microphones. So whichever one is preferable. If there is anyone who wants to make any comments, we welcome that. Then, like I said, after that we take a group picture of all of you together before we go to listen to Professor Mofus's lecture. Comments?